Peace to all my divine primordial deities. Today I want to talk about the solar storm that recently just happened a few days ago. We got hit with an MA.7 class solar flare that erupted on the sun. It has now released a CME cloud that is aiming directly towards the earth. I also want to talk about the biblical celestial phenomenon that is also happening right now. I want you guys to listen to this gentleman. But when I come back, I'm going to break it down on a metaphysical tip and give you guys some esoteric knowledge.
There is, and if you'll look on Stellarium, there is a comet that is about right here. And the name of that comet is, are you ready for this? Child. That is the name of the comet. I can't make this stuff up. There is a comet named Child, or an asteroid. I called it a comet, it's actually an asteroid. And this asteroid Child, it used to be like just up here. And it very seldom moved throughout all history. You can go back thousands of years, and it didn't do much. Then all of a sudden, it starts moving. And all of a sudden, this is the only time in history when it moves, it goes over here, and it goes into the womb of Virgo. And that's around September, I want to say somewhere between the 17th to the 19th of 2023. Now you look at Revelation chapter 12, and you look at this sign, and you go, whoa, it just got better. It just got more amazing. What? How is there this thing called Child? And who named it? Something like 1920 or something. Some woman saw this asteroid and she goes, well, I don't know what to name it. I guess I'll name it Child. What are the odds of that happening? And then it just happens to come in here and go right into there and look just like the Revelation 12 sign. That's an accident, right? There's no coincidence.
Now let's go to chapter 12 in Revelations. It says, and there appeared a great woman in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. This Virgin Mary, right, because the child is in Virgo, and Virgo means virgin. This is an incarnation of Sophia in the Nag Hammadi, which is the Gnostics' gospel. Sophia is described as the mother of Yahweh, which is the demiurge god Yadalabra from the Gnostics' gospel. That child that is getting ready to be born today, if it have not already been born, is an asteroid. But that asteroid represents the Christ consciousness. This child is considered the Messiah. Remember Simeon Toko? He said that it will be many more like me that will come in the future. That is you. This child, which is the asteroid, is going to bring forth the Messiah's energy. But not just the Messiah's energy, a whole nother level of Christ consciousness to this realm. This celestial spiritual phenomenon that is happening today is going to have an effect on our consciousness. And this child, a lot of people was going to wake up when this asteroid passed through the womb. They're going to wake up feeling completely different. The filter that you're looking out right now is probably going to be changed in the next few days, because we are going through an evolution process in the consciousness, and we are being reborn again. At this very moment, we're going through a reincarnation, spiritual transition. So a lot of us are probably going to wake up and see life from a whole nother different perspective, because what's taking place right now is celestial and it's spiritual. Remember, the planets have an effect on our consciousness as well as our personalities. That's where you get astrology from. Now, the 12 stars that is around the Virgin Mary head, which is an incarnation of Sophia, is none other than Israel. Okay? Well, we're talking about a state of consciousness, not nothing literal. This is all spiritual, and this is metaphysics, don't you forget. Now, let's break down Israel. Isis, Ra, Elohim. Isis means the divine feminine, which is mother. Ra means the divine masculine, which is father. El means God. To clarify these three elements, Isis is the Egyptian goddess, also seen as the moon goddess. Ra is the Egyptian sun god, and El generally was meant to signify God or deity. When we move to mind and the function of consciousness, the lower mind, which is moon, is integrated with the higher mind, sun, by the spirit or electromagnetic energy from above or within. So just remember, the physical moon has light, but not as much as the sun. So the combination of Isis, Ra, and El together is a state of an elevated consciousness. So what you're seeing is, when you hear them speak of Israel, you're talking about a remnant of chosen people have tapped into that state of consciousness, which is Israel. That is basically atonement with yourself. Atonement means at one with yourself. The one that have broke the code to elevate to that spiritual level of consciousness. The Virgin Mary, which is the incarnation of Sophia, has those 12 stars around her head. It's because she is operating out of that state of consciousness, which is a very elevated, spiritual, high-ranking level of consciousness. That is Israel. Israel is not a literal place, but it is a state of consciousness. This ball of energy that Sophia is birthing, which is this asteroid, which is called Child, is about to rain down this powerful energy onto her star children, which is the remnant of chosen people, which is the carbon beings that is in this realm. Now, everybody not going to have luxury to tap into this state of mind of Israel. That's why they are called the chosen, because it's only a remnant of chosen beings that will be able to tap into this high ranking of consciousness. This child, which is this asteroid, is going to rain down this energy that's going to elevate the Christ within you. See, the oil of Christ, which is the holy oil, in Greek it means Christos. The story of Christ exists within you. That oil is secreted by the cerebrum from the holy colostrum, or Santa. It's what they call the colostrum. The story of Santa Claus comes from this inner science because Santa is bringing spiritual presence down your chimney. That's your spine. This is all going within you. This celestial thing is something that is happening internal. This ain't something literal. This you coming into your God mind and awakening your God brain. Now let me sum this all up. Now, chapter 12 in Revelations is all about the war against consciousness. Sophia was giving birth to a Messiah, which is the Christ consciousness. Okay, this man child, which dealing with the celestial phenomena. We're talking about an asteroid that is going to produce a great large amount of energy that is going to bring this spiritual shift, that is going to give birth to this Christ consciousness, a whole nother different high ranking level of it. Okay, so this dragon did not succeed in killing this child. So with that being said, he got mad and went to go make war with the remnant of her seed. This is war against consciousness. This is all about control. Now you got to remember in Genesis, what was that whole thing all about? The serpent was the incarnation of Sophia. She appeared to them in the Garden of Eden because she wanted to help them to awaken from being up under the control of her crazy, psychotic son that wanted to keep them in control and keep them enslaved. See, once a person become awakened, they can no longer be a slave. And that's why Yahweh, which is your Yadalabra God, kicked them out of the Garden of Eden. Not because they have fallen, but because they became awakened. Big difference. So this war is about consciousness, about keeping you asleep and not allowing you to awaken. Because what did they say in Genesis? If they eat off this such and such tree, that they'll become like us. They become like gods. See, the only thing that's separating you from them is knowledge. That's it. And that's why it is an amazing time to be alive right now. Because you are coming into your God status. And this is what the war is about, because they want to control you. They want to keep you enslaved. But see, once you reach a certain level of consciousness, is what we call the Israel consciousness, ain't no stopping that. The Bible even states that our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, which means knowledge is your salvation. See, Yahweh wanted slaves. And you can see, based off these different stories, how they wanted somebody to be some type of form of a slave race. But as you can see, that Yahweh, which is Yadalabra, he was the God that failed to look up to see that there was other gods that existed before him. See, why he hated his mother Sophia in this war against Babylon, calling her a whore, is because she brought the ancient gods here and put them into these bodies, tricked them. And he was pissed because he knew that he would not be able to control us, because we will remember eventually our origin. And that was her who came to us in the Garden of Eden to awaken us. And that's why he kicked us out, because we became awakened. Now, it says in Genesis, then the Lord God said, behold, the man had become like one of us. You damn right. Because see, the only thing that separates you from them is knowledge.